Hello everyone and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the last episode we had carried on, not with that surprisingly enough, and not with that, though we did finish that, we had carried on with the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. In the last episode we had carried on, for God's sake, with episode 2, The Monstrous Turnabout, and we had just got Filch into the courtroom. Let's see what he's got to say with his cross-examination, shall we? So with his first statement, it was at the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kilby asked. Yep.
Hold it!
Mr. Filch, why did Alderman Kilby have you handle guard duty? Yeah, because he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker after all. So you took said guard duty seriously? Well, let me tell you something about me. I'm... Yipes! Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. The court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer, and naught else. Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir. Blackwell's got him completely under his thumb. Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day.
Hold it!
Come on then. So no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. That's because there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. And the solution was to entrust a man as security to a thief. It's not even funny. Maybe it's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one. After all, it takes one to know one. I don't know. Seems more like letting the fox guard the hen house to me. So the witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously. Yes, sir, your honorship, sir.
Objection!
Were you keeping watch? Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fellow like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Yeah! I didn't watch that one, no sirree. I was doing my job, just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Look, Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yikes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, it was a complete disaster. So do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your ruddy pool-eyed talk. I'm one of them professional types too. I can do double duty watching TV and the foyer at the same time. Everything Filch can claim to be as professional is a professional thief. Aww, just before the Mr. Justice, you would have the court believe the witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time. But that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say? But I'm not who's lying. Perhaps you mean the witness? In that case, let's see what the evidence you can offer. You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV and the foyer simultaneously. Now prove it. Please look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch a foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes. If I'm watching TV, they couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly. And that means Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bag's out of the cat. I mean, the other way around. Oh. I've only just noticed Mr. Filch is on a box. He's on a crate. Oh, he's that short. Oh, did-dums. Oh, Mr. Justice, Mr. Filch less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case. What about his height? I don't think he could see over the counter through the windows, could he? It's very relevant, because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Temitara impersonator in the foyer. What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This? I'm not a mind reader. Auditory sense. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right, Tanuki? They were? I mean, yes, they were. Yep. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I won't have hurt anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. Why am I turning Texas stay in there? Yay hard. So you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears are working full time, so who's lying now, you know good shyster? A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackwell, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing in them bags under your eyes. They're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Darker is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you light this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yipes! Please don't leave me, Mr. Tucker, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful blood tax. It's new for the court system, but there we go. Now do your update thing. I don't care anymore. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, well, they were working overtime. The floors there all creaky squeaky like no way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there wasn't no Temitara in the foyer. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai demons and such. We must use common sense. Well, for lacking that, our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor who's totally assigned in the end of times of the legal world. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab them and sell them to the zoo. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. Well, that seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. But if we can't prove she saw Temitara, the mayor's sure to be convicted. Then we'd better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. Eventually, cross-examine on the witness. I have a guess. But I can't really do anything. Because that's why I was looking. Because the My ears, they were working overtime, because it says here the floors they're all creaky squeaky like no way I missed someone walking by. But in Jinxie's statement, there's the staff-like implement that jingled. I'm gonna give it a try. If I get this right...
Objection!
I did not get it right. Consider the evidence. There's obviously something wrong with that statement. Your gall knows no bounds. It's shocking, really. What's that supposed to mean? You stand there brazenly objecting to perfectly factual statements. One does not see such shameless behavior that often. A penalty for shameless attorney. Oh no. Sounds like Blackwood's certainly judged against me.
Hold it!
Okay. Press and guess then. I thought I had it, did not press and guess. You are paid for your work, aren't you? So how do you justify watching TV on the job? But it ain't busy being me. I mean, I can't watch TV when we have visitors and there's no way to record stuff. Sorry, am I supposed to be consoling you over your first world problems? If those are his only problems, he should consider himself lucky. I guess pro wrestling's serious business to Mr. Filch. You lied earlier about taking your guard duty seriously, didn't you? Oh, what? Well, ain't no harm in bending the truth a little, right? Yeah! Listen to me, you little tanuki. Lie again, Taka shall feast upon that forked tongue of yours. Yeah! Sorry, just let me keep my tongue. At least leave it until we get the truth out of him in any case. You were negligent in your duties, were you not? Yes, sir. I was, sir, but it ain't like that. Yep.
Hold it!
So you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I see. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, that Temataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Jingle jangle? How does he do that? It's that stuff of his. That's what jingle jangles. Ah, see? I was on the right lines. Beats me, but I guess Temataro has a stuff that makes noise. You know what I think, babe? Didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? She said she saw Temataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. I guess that's the source of the noise then. Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Filch says Temataro jingle jangles. Would you consider that vital information? Very important. Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony. Now. Now we present the scroll.
Objection!
So I was on the right lines. Just a little bit before. Just a little bit ahead. Temataro's staff would make a jangly sound, you say? Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up. Is there something the defense would like to share with the court? Mr. Filch, you say that you didn't see Temataro on the day of the incident. Why then did you assume just now that Temataro would be holding a staff? No. You see, the Temataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hands. And she described its sound just like you did, as a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a point. Holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Temataro doesn't use the staff. Huh, not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Temataro. Is there a staff in that picture, Mr. Filch? You're right, but there is no staff. Not even a cane or a walking stick. Yeah. So the question is, why does the witness think Temataro uses a staff? I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case at the most basic level. Well now, this is getting interesting. Alright, Mr. Justice, it's time to tell the court how you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Temataro carries a staff. Mr. Filch actually saw Temataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way you could possibly know about the staff. Bust it again! Bloody hell! You Jupiter. Yes! How'd that feel, Blackwell? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? God, I love his little pose! He looks defeated! This guy is a badass! Oh, you're just getting better and better, aren't you, Blackwell? Oh, I love you! Admit it, Mr. Filch, you did see Temitara that day, didn't you? Well, I'm begging you, please don't make me see it. But clearly you did see Temitaro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No can do, no way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Temitaro, even though everyone knows he did. The question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit the truth? Let me think of it. They say you must not gaze upon Temitaro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Temitaro will claim your soul. Jinxie wouldn't admit to seeing Temitaro after hearing about the village superstitions, and said that if she told anyone that she had seen Temitaro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? So Mr. Big-Time City Slicker Lawyer has heard about them old village superstitions. Will French please explain what the witness is talking about? The people of Ninetales Vale believe some pretty strange things, and their superstitions may be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Temitaro. Darn straight, that's why. It's all right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. See, that's why us folks in Ninetales Vale can't talk about seeing Temitaro. That clears up one mystery. Killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Temitaro costume. Do not gaze upon Temitaro, do not tell us ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it: your immediate departure from the village. Fraying him will bring ruin upon the village. They knew that way no one could talk about him. So it was as if he never existed. And events hold that this Temitaro impersonator is a true killer. What?
Objection!
Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And would that using some city fairy tale could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational, common sense explanation than that.
Objection!
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Professor. Professor? God. It's the Ace Attorney blooper. That it is. The Ace Attorney anime blooper. Objection! Try living in my world of narrow cells, mortal danger, dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in the Clink, but few are those who truly believe in them.
Objection!
I love this music, man. Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people of Nine Tails Vale. A life or death superstition might even make you a believer. Order, I say. You fool of a Tanuki. 2 times now your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promise not to do it again. Tarka, my fine feathered friend. Have at him. Yikes, he's gonna eat me alive. Head for the hills. He took off. Reader, what are you waiting for? After him, and with our fastest men. That's certainly not something you see every day. Nope, it is not. It is not. Well, it would seem a new and important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as yokai Tenmataro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwood? I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that even more. Huh? His shackles. Oh, this is intense music. I don't. Oh, shit! In bollocks! I'm too young to die! Justice Dono. Long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. You had best say your prayers. Yeah. Detective, do something. Have no fear, poor man is here. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going. Get going already before he kills us! Oh, but he's dead and all who persecuted Simon Blackwell for his innocent sense of justice that set him free. Objection. I am the detective for my definition of justice.
Silence.
Oh. I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So, Justice Dono's assertion is this. Tenmataro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and the yokai, or rather, whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Cuby.
Silence.
Yeah. Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the fox chamber? What? Oh, he's right. He said nothing about Tenmataro being in the fox chamber. Let me enlighten you. The little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewered murder victim, the Alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up like Tenma. Ah! Then why does that little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the fox chamber? Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room. I don't understand. Why didn't she see Temotaro inside the fox chamber? There is but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Temba whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. This is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice, Dono. Very well then. Both parties no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... 3 minutes. I'm sorry, but... 3-minute recess? Just so. Plenty of time if your destination is intent is the loo. The loo? Oh, you mean muddle? Sheesh. At least include enough time to wash our hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes, or latecomers will be punished. Yes, I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins. I declare Prosecutor Blackwell the winner of this round of Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor's running the show, does it? God damn it. April 18th, 10:40 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? Guess they don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You really pulled the samurai out of the samurai in him. Especially after you proved there was a Temotaro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy in the whole samurai act anyway? Such fine swordsmanship. That is no act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel. No, wait, let's save trolling until after we prove your innocence. Suppose it could wait till later. Does anyone know why we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. No, Blackwell said, Apollo, don't be late. April 18th, 10:43 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Now then, I read our next witness is Mr. Jinxie Tenma of Maid QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now. If the witness is ready, that is. Oh wow, you can actually see her reflection and it actually moves. Nice touch. I like it. That word. Leader of 100 demons, he really does exist. Wow, that is one well-polished tray. I would not show her face while in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. Oh, what is it, my child? Begun, Nyan, leader of the 100 demons. You think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as a judicial monster of sorts, and the beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will. Eek, my charm has no effect. Demon of due process? Not sure I can see that one. Now you little scamp. Yes. I trust you know why you're here. Bags. Bags? Oh, that tricksy Tanuki. Try the noodle stand. Oh, and go and enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant your bags, the ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azukurai away. Azukurai? The yokai that washes Azuki beans? The only thing needed washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. The cry often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans, but if you stick this charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. Is that so? Well, thank you. Was the prosecutor Blackcomb got more than he bargained for? Bad enough alone, but together, those two are just plain creepy. What has money, if you please, Miss Temper? Specifically whether or not you saw Tomataro when you discovered the crime scene. Did I see Tomataro in the Fox chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw, yes, now I remember, yokai right there in that room. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime? Yeah, lots and lots of them. Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tomataro happen to be among them? I don't know, I just don't know. All I know is that room was swimming in yokai. Gasha, Nuikabe, Setashito, Seto Taisho. They were all there. Well, this is a nice magic turn of events. You've got from the yokai to a fruit of them. This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to this delusional little scab's testimony. Okay, Athena. Your Honor, I believe my memory is simply clouded by fear, but a quick therapy session should ease the mind. With the court's permission, of course. What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. You sure know what you're doing, Athena? She's already seen that herself. Trauma of discovering that crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused. A regular bout of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwood? Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed? Miss Sykes proceed? It makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. I'll show you. Oh, wait, what? Oh, what's this? What is this? Oh, it's broken. The music's very different. I don't like it. Not one bit. Well, when I opened the door, I saw. Yes, now I remember. You're okay right there in that room. Found something. It's like an out-of-control emotion. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Although I like it. Very fast-paced, very hectic. Kind of suits the situation perfectly. But, this? It's one of Richard's functions. Right here you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean the little thing can do all this? Very cool, huh? There I thought it was just some kid's toy. Unfortunately, meaning is an overflow error right now. See how sad is pretty lit there at the bottom left? She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. Seems the sheer terror she experiences made a confused mess. So, all those yokai she thinks she saw are just a product of rampant emotions. Yeah, that's right. The fear is instilled in her as hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought on by emotional trauma. The trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. I'd have to find the root cause of extreme fear before I can treat it. Let's see. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She is particularly terrified of that one. So I press and probe. Next point towards causing jinxies and a control motion. Finally hit probe again and try to get the heart of the matter. Okay, let's give this a try. So L1 to probe, and then cat monster on a Wheel of Fire. And probe again. Jinxie, what's the name for that yokai on the Wheel of Fire? That's Akasha, a yokai that steals the bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the Ottomans. It's almost creepy how well that fits the actual situation. Exactly. It's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they really are. And there must be something they see in the crowd that she's mistaken for Akasha. Polly, you need to point out what she thought was a yokai on the Wheel of Fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, that wasn't Akasha you saw. Could you possibly mistaken this for Akasha?
Take that!
The light fixture? It's all right here. It has a frame design and is up there on the ceiling. There was never a yokai on the Wheel of Fire. The Akasha you saw is just a light fixture. Nyeh. Okay. Slowly but surely. That's one memory back to normal. Nice job. Now that you got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about this white wall-like monster? That's the Kurabe, a wall monster that plugs your way and leads you astray. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a falling screen. Yeah. And this raccoon dog isn't a Tanuki monster. It's just a statue of one. And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here, something more than a fox statue. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so we brought it back down to half, but it's still only half. Still got another half to go. Indeed, Apollo, extreme fear is under control now. It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. There weren't any yokai after all. See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. And just like we thought, there were never really any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Wait, right. There never really were any yokai there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. Wait, Jinxie? What about Temataro? There wasn't anyone there dressed up as Temataro or any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now. You've gotta be joking! Order the court. I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you on in. It's the least I could do. No! Apollo, can I interrupt you for just a minute? Still picking up some noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her. I'll add to the new information we have and run an update. Did you see Timothy in the Fox Chamber? I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out and I fell to the floor. Okay. And then in the Fox Chamber I saw Mother Ornament dead on a table and Papa collapsed in a chair.
Got it!
No, maybe? This seems like an unnatural reaction. Really? Because I don't see it that way. So it is unexpected given a testimony. Hello? Is there anyone in there? It's not if you can hear me. Yes, there is someone at home and there is someone who's going to try again.
Got it!
No. Why the sudden shock? No.
Got it!
Really?
Got it!
No. I'm confused.
Got it!
Oh, he did that. Oh, okay. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. It's lessened your fear. Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Yeah, let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay, I'll enter a sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look! Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seems to remember everything now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Sunburst of courage. Now where did that have come from? Jinxie, was this something that gave you a sunburst of courage? Yes, there was, but I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any idea what would have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. She saw something like the scene of the crime. Jinxie, does sunburst of courage have anything to do with this?
Take that!
Could it have been this? Huh? Oh, well, that's not encouraging. The evidence you presented seems to have produced confusion rather than courage. Guess I got that one wrong. Ah! Mama. Jinxie, you didn't happen to see Ninetales' flower there in the scene, did you? The demon liar strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. I've had a small case with a picture of Ninetales' flower and I liked it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene?
Well, that's right, young lady. Remove evidence and make no. Now, the witness will produce as evidence this instant.
Sorry.
It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look. Somebody's let out. It appears to be a key. Might I have a look, your boldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to QB Manor. You sure of this, Good Blackwell? It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder.
A master key? That went missing? I don't really like the sound of that.
Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence.
That's a little melodramatic, don't you think?
Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the fox chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder, which leaves the master key as the only other key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl.
And your point is?
Until Jinxie Timber opened the fox chamber with the key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world, and there was no one else in there, save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured out for yourself by now.
A killer other than Mayor Timber himself would be utterly inconceivable. No!
Objection!
How could this happen?
Advances is refrain from grounding conversations.
Athena, are you alright? I know Mayor Timber is innocent, but there's nothing we can do.
Miss X.
Sykes Dono, allow me to put you out of your misery. Can I decline your offer? Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the inevitably leave with a clear head and a clean conscience come rushing in. That will make the inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great. There's pretty slim as this was. Alright, stop going to fool us with his stupid mind games.
Athena, don't fall for his tricks.
No, I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight.
Hey, you alright?
She fell right into his trap.
Now I suggest you make a mad dash from this courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared and your conscience cleansed.
Alright, I'll be back in 10.
Stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by a samurai.
Apollo?
Master Narcissus, I heard the word objection, but what is it to object to?
Oh, right. Well, that objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Oh, I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena.
When I was waiting, Mr. Justice. Though it is starts now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect, if this is it. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case?
Well, actually,
I do. I have power of justice, and I'm fine.
Apollo, you do have something more than your cause is sealed, don't you?
No, not really. We'll be fine.
But I got absolutely nothing. That's never stopped me before.
I have to explain how a real killer could have escaped that locked room. Because it's all over if I don't.
Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box.
Or in this case, inside the box. Oh, what a deuce of that were on these two. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument? You bet I do. The real killer must escape from the locked room one way or another. Vague conjecture shall only earn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. I guess it's time to do or die, literally. Adventure will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room.
You sure about this, Apollo? Can you really explain what happened?
I'm fine. Just need to think this whole escaping the locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so?
Choices are pretty limited. There is a window, but it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through, and there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's not too high, and there's nothing you can stand on to reach it. And needless to say, the vent chamber wouldn't open no matter what we did, so that's out.
Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. We need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes, and whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox Chamber is compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here.
It's gotta be the air vent. It's gotta be.
I just how the killer escaped through there, Mr. Justice. Your reasoning skills seem as questionable as your proposed escape route.
Yeah, I wish I could escape right now.
I'm afraid there's no escaping the penalty for your random guessing, Mr. Justice.
Hang on a second. Can I try that one again?
Take that!
The hallway door? Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out.
Would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Temma came on the scene was within that locked room. How would one exit the Fox chamber and then lock it without a key? I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo? Keep it simple. Simple, right. I can understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but...
Well, Mr. Justice, the prosecution has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly.
I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox chamber's hallway door was locked was because... what if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the hallway door and then locked it. Ouch! Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked Fox chamber. Okay. My thinking was they came out, locked the door from the outside, went through the air duct, poked their head through the end of the air duct and threw the key inside the locked room. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key outside, but the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. How do I explain both? Like how the key could be inside the room and used to lock the door from the outside?
Well, let's see if the defense can respond before Prosecutor Blackwell draws his sword. How could the master key be at the crime scene despite the room being locked tight?
Threw it in from outside. Well, threw it into the room from outside. You know, something like how the hallway door locked the room and then tossed the key back in through the window. Bless me. That would explain how the master key could be inside the locked room.
And where would you throw it from? Well, there's a cliff outside the Fox Chamber's window. Throwing the key in from there is an impossibility.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Somewhere other than the window. Could the key have been tossed in through somewhere other than the window? Such as,
the air duct. The air vent?
Yes. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. Lux's chamber's air duct leads out in the hallway. That's right, the real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the Fox chamber, then dropped the key into the room from the vent inside the chamber.
Ugh. That's preposterous.
Oh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to lock the door perfectly.
Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused.
Don't worry. I'll explain it so even Your Honor can understand. First, the real killer, disguised as Temataro, murdered the alderman in the Fox chamber. Then they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent outside in the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do after that was go back through the duct and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer?
Amazing. Even I could follow that.
Andrew seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up like Temataro. And there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Hey, looks like their lawyer's been in jail by prosecutor. Well, that was a total turnabout. That massive forehead of his seems so much more attractive now. Wait, what? Was that last comment? Now that they've proved a possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence!
A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark.
Huh?
Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai simply go through the foyer and waltz right out the front door?
That's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... Ouch!
But that is impossible. Without being spotted by this foyer's security camera, that is. The electric eye here would have captured any pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there is no sign of Temataro anywhere in the security footage.
What?
Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there?
I don't feel so good.
Wait, I believe there is another way to escape besides the main foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera.
Hey, you're right.
Silence!
Must I point out every crucial detail to the defense? It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliffside of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one.
No!
Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window?
What the heck, right? What the heck, right?
I suppose your next proposal is the killer sputtered wings and flew off into the sunset? I mean, the killer really was a yokai. I only read some sort of evidence that could point to a flying killer. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be.
What? You saying we can prove the killer could fly?
Silence!
Whoa, I thought I was the one that caused the steal.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Your Honor?
What evidence do you have that the killer flew away?
Take that!
Take a look at this special edition paper. Temataro, real or flight of fancy? What does this article prove, Mr. What does this article prove, Mr. Justice?
The photo in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in that photo was the killer shortly after they fled out the window?
Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting.
Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. The killer disguised as Temataro flew away. You know, by some way or another.
Silence!
It is your brain that has flown the coop. That image is naught but trick photography or some other form of artifice.
Okay, then how about the Temataro figure Mr. Filch saw? It just vanished into thin air?
No, there is a rational, common-sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai your tricksy Tanuki witnessed never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye.
She?
I don't like where this is going on, bit. Now, the fact that we know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means it was like Mayor Damon Tenma or his daughter, Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at the time.
Not good at all.
Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants. And the appearance of Temataro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma.
No!
Order! Order! The event will stop competing with the greatest freak out ever. Little scamp was no doubt simply trying to protect her father, and it's no wonder that a superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade.
Prosecutor Blackwater's version makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying that you could escape out by flying out of the window.
Did you truly believe this could end any other way?
Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands without a real yokai. If only we had one.
Bailiff, seize her. It's time I interrogated her as a samurai of your wood. Hold it. By who?
Oh! Mayor Timmer?
This farce is over. How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Then Mataro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you've been knocked out cold by a blow to the skull. Stepping into yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook a little yokai farce.
Confess? I don't intend to confess.
Wait!
Apollo! Prosecutor Blackwell's up to his mind tricks again. Mayor Timmer, no! Don't first twisted words. If he was sent away for murder, Jinxie would be left alone.
The real killer is...
Mayor Timmer's gonna confess unless we do something! But I can't prove how the real killer could have flown away!
What?
Look upon me and despair, for I bid the time of my return. Uh-oh. I should watch what I wish for.
What? I am confusion. What? Oh!
Foolish mortals. I am then Madonna, the yokai you seek. Mayor Timmer? Silence, I am Dan Martano, freed from the bonds binding me to the forbidden chamber. Behold the return of the Demon King. What the... Demon King? Well, I think it's time for me to take a vacation!
What the fuck is going on?
The witness will... he will explain himself. Are you sure you're Tamataro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time?
Indeed, it is I, Tamataro, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth.
This child is Tamataro, you say?
Ha! What nonsense!
So, Mayor Timmer is a yokai now? His body is not mine. So saying that Mayor Timmer is being possessed by you. Do I have that right? And that the yokai that Jinxie Timmer and Phineas Filch store. And the one kept in the newspaper photo. Those are all you?
The accursed part of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Especially in this body. I mean, it's too heavy. It's too bulky. What can I do? Your boldness. Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt?
Well, a confession by Yuki would be quite unprecedented.
Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned.
Huh? What?
You claimed the yokai that little scamp saw was some third party. The true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along. Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be real in a manner of speaking. For the Alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma. And the yokai at the scene, that too was Mayor Tenma. Or should I say our dear Tenma Taro? The pieces have all fallen into place. So Prosecutor Blackwell. Seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tenma killed the Alderman in the Fox Chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the Forbidden Chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow the Alderman had delivered to his head. That's when his daughter Jinxie Tenma stumbled on the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tenma Taro, freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenma Taro then fled from the Fox Chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father possessed by Tenma Taro.
Objection!
But when we arrived on the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How's that possible if he was supposed to be thrown out of the foyer window? Then what? Do you mean to say the maid of Kyubi Mana Jinxie Tenma was Tenma Taro? Oh. Yeah! That too is easily explained. Flew about for a time did I, but presently tired I made for the Forbidden Chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me unawares in the Fox Chamber, and I knew no more. It would seem the pieces are still in place. Is Blackwell up to his tricks again? I don't know what to say. Is the defendant really real? Is the defendant a real lie? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Good God. Order, order! Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing yokai. It's Simon Says on steroids. He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your boldness. This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact. You can't even be prosecuted under a legal system.
Objection!
Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenma Taro to protect his daughter. Plus, already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A vote at this point would be premature. Well, since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to. This is the dark age of the law where defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them, to fabricate evidence. Oh, how will I sleep tonight, knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning, Justice Donor.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence. Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. The guilty verdict is all but...
Prosecutor Blackwell, we've heard enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you're in serious violation of that.
What in the devil was that? Fool bright if you tampered with my shackles in some manner.
It seems you found that quite shocking. In my special Jot of Justice device, each presence is shocking the remainder to behave.
You shall pay for this. I sound like a...
Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackwell will remain on his best behavior.
A bit late with the reassurances on me, Detective.
Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations. Prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. This court is adjourned.
Nicely done. To be continued. Nicely done.
Yes, I would like to save my thing, but that is where I'm going to leave off for today. I think that's a good place to save off and leave. Start the investigation in the next episode. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!